Hey there, YouTubers. This is just screen, not my head. I'm not putting a rectangle with my head talking right now. I'm experimenting with different styles, and I'm scrolling through what's going on in the news right now, which is another one of those very compressed timeline, don't give people any breathing room, which is like make it happen really fast. Like no time for investigation. It's like when an airplane crashes in Ethiopia, it takes weeks, but when there's a tanker incident and something's going on and you see pictures, it's like we know within hours or days exactly what happened. Um, and it seems like the witnesses aren't really witnesses. They're just people with scripts and things to say. It doesn't feel that real, obviously. And so that's the problem. The public is, you know, willing to change reality based on fantasy. The ratios are wrong here. So that's distracting. But what I'm working on is my night's course where we're going to go over the School of Tomorrow kind of stuff. I don't always teach School of Tomorrow. Like that's just kind of a new development where I wanted to make sure more of a Bucky Fuller slant. But it's not that evident. Even in School of Tomorrow, you kind of have to dig. It's not really that in your face. And this is the same for most of what I do. I don't have a lot to say this time. I just wanted to say I'm pretty freaked out by international politics. What we're going to do in this class is go back and revisit the NumPy stuff. We're going to be looking at fully formed examples. Like a study example is something that you find on the web probably that's very complex with lots of code. This is a classic. It shows the release dates of Matplotlib, and then on once you look at the code, you're like, well, that's too. I don't quite understand all that. There are things going on here that confuse me. So what do you do about that? Well, you create a sandbox for yourself off to the side, and you cut and paste little pieces of the code to the extent that you're able to isolate them and study them independently, figure out what's going on. So you already have a working example, so you know it works, and now you're dissecting something. This is a typical way people learn is by going back over something that already works, but you want to see how it works and why it works. So it's already in a working context. That's important because then you're not trying to assemble something from scratch. You're trying to understand something that's already operational. All right. Good advice from a lot of people, me included. Talk to you later.